We're all told that building wealth has to be this constant grind, right? That it's all about the hustle. But what if I told you the real secret to financial abundance isn't found in the noise of your day, but in the absolute silence of your night?
I mean, let's be honest, our entire culture is just obsessed with the hustle. It celebrates the struggle, the sacrifice, the nonstop noise as if it's the only way to get ahead. But today, we're going to talk about a completely different path, the lullaby. It's an approach that's not built on stress, but on ease, peace, and silence.
So here's the big question I want to ask you. What if the single most powerful, most productive thing you could do for your bank account was just to go to sleep? I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, doesn't it? But this is the core idea behind what's called the Lullaby Technique.
Now, for any of this to make sense, we first have to get into the mechanics of it. And that means you've got to understand that you're operating with two different minds every single day.
Okay, so first up, you've got your conscious mind. The best way to think of this guy is as a gatekeeper or maybe a bouncer at a club. All day long, it's analyzing, it's judging, it's doubting everything. This is the part of you that, when you say, "I am wealthy," immediately checks your bank balance and goes, no, you're not. It's your critical filter, and its main job is to reject anything that doesn't match what you already see as real.
But then you have your subconscious mind, and this is the complete opposite. Think of it as the engine room of your reality. It doesn't argue, it doesn't judge, it doesn't doubt. It just accepts whatever idea you impress upon it as 100% absolute truth. And then it gets to work making that truth your reality.
So here's the secret. This is the whole key to unlocking everything. That skeptical gatekeeper, your conscious mind, it goes to sleep when you do. Its guard is totally, completely down. And that is our window of opportunity. In those few precious moments right before you drift off, that kind of fuzzy twilight state between being awake and dreaming, the door to that engine room, your subconscious, just swings wide open. This is, without a doubt, the most powerful time to program your life.
So we know when the door is open. Now the question is, what do we do? And this brings us to the tool itself. And you can forget about complicated rituals or long drawn-out affirmations. The reason the Lullaby Technique is so powerful is because it's just so simple.
Seriously, think about it for a second. What do you usually put into your mind in those last few moments of the day? For most of us, right, we're worrying about tomorrow, we're replaying some stressful conversation from earlier. We are, without even realizing it, programming more struggle and more worry into our lives.
But you can do something totally different. And you don't need some complex mantra that your conscious mind is just going to fight with anyway. All you need is one single, powerful word.
And that word is wealth. That's it. That is the entire technique. You just lull yourself to sleep by repeating this one word. You're not forcing it, you're not shouting it in your head, you're just gently repeating it like a quiet lullaby. Wealth, 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 until you drift off. So why that one word? Well, because it's just so clean and efficient. The word wealth doesn't create any conflict. It just is. It neatly bypasses all that doubt from your conscious mind. And it carries with it the feeling of freedom, of security, of success. What you're doing is planting one pure, simple seed of abundance right into the most fertile soil you have.
Okay, so you do this night after night. What happens? What can you actually expect? Well, this isn't about finding an extra $10 on the street. The result this technique promises is something, well, it's something a lot bigger.
The people who teach this use a very specific, very powerful phrase. They say, wealth should flow to you in avalanches of abundance. Just think about that imagery. We're not talking about a trickle. We're not even talking about a river. We're talking about an avalanche, a massive, overwhelming, unstoppable force.
So what does an avalanche look like in real life? Honestly, it could show up in a million different ways. It might be a brilliant business idea that just pops into your head out of nowhere. It could be an opportunity that just falls right into your lap. Maybe a debt you've been stressing over just gets cleared, or money shows up from a place you never ever expected. The how doesn't matter because the feeling of wealth that you planted is what's attracting the results. All right, so that is the theory, and that is the promise. Now comes the most important part, actually doing it. Here is your exact assignment for how you can put this into practice starting tonight.
It really is this simple. 3 steps. First, quiet everything down. Shut off the phone, let go of the day. Second, get nice and comfortable in bed.
And third, as you start to drift off, you just gently, easily lull yourself to sleep with that one word: wealth. The key is to do it with feeling, as if it's already a fact.
And that's it. That's the Wealth Lullaby. A ridiculously simple, yet incredibly powerful way to start rewriting your reality while you're asleep. So I guess the only question left is, are you ready to wake up to a new one?